world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine.
Today,
from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Green Bay Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Looking to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now back to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while it stalled out, they still gave him 3 points.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They go play action now. Lawrence steps away. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that when they knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. Play action, it's Lawrence. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 73 yards.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gets their offense.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And That is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
From midfield now, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. DeMarvin Leal fighting through to bring him down that time. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Running right, here's Falk. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence out to his left. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 13. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. He'll look to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Open man. He's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Packers had 10-3 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Lawrence will throw. Touchdown, Packers. Tyreek Hill, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw left side caught by the tight end Freiermuth. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now a signal and a timeout called as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Justin Jefferson, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's got some space here. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a give inside for Fall. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll go right back to the ground with Fall. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lawrence on third down. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll give to Falk up the middle. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tony Pollard. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, this is Jackson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Packers, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3.